Hi, this is Holly RDH, and today I'm coming to you and I wanted to talk to you about orthodontics. I myself went through braces whenever I was in my early 20s. I went through braces in my early 20s because my family, as I was growing up, couldn't afford braces. Also, I lived in rural Iowa, so the neighboring towns that were 30 minutes to an hour away was where the orthodontic offices were. All through grade school and junior high and high school, I did not feel like I had the ideal attractive smile. And so that's part of the reason why I went through braces in my 20s to get more of my smile back. And I feel like I had to hide my smile whenever I was in grade school, junior high, and high school. So whenever I decided to have a family, that is when I kind of put it into my mind that I didn't want my children to go through the same thing that I did of having to hide their smile. So I kind of want to talk to you a little bit about James. He's my oldest one. I started dental hygiene school whenever he was about 7 or 8. And with going through hygiene school, it was the spring semester of my second year. And he started losing his baby teeth on his right side. And you're not really supposed to be losing any baby molars. It was baby molars, so the ones that are in the back. You're not really supposed to be losing those until you're about 10 or 12, and he was 8. At that time, I had a supervising dentist who was an orthodontist, and so she happened to be the supervising dentist that was evaluating the sealants that had just placed on him. And she noticed that he was missing his baby teeth, but only on baby molars. Baby molars, let's get that correct. Baby molars on his right side, but not on his left. And that's when she started asking me questions about how old James was and how long he's had these missing baby teeth. And so we started having this conversation. With that conversation, she mentioned that her office, they start seeing children around 7 years old. With seeing children at 7, taking a panoramic x-ray, she mentioned that you can tell if there's any missing teeth, if teeth are going to be coming in correctly, and if there's anything else as far as like the teeth are concerned. And then when they do a clinical examination, they can see whether or not how the bite is on any young person, how the teeth are going to be developing, and the jaw is going to be developing. So with that, I made an appointment with her. And then after the panoramic x-ray, we found out why. He was missing his baby molars on his right side. So I'll have you take a look at that just a little bit. You'll see on the left side of the picture of his panoramic x-ray that was taken from Dr. Jaw's office. And you'll see on the left side of the picture where there's a tooth that's leaning, and it's leaning in the wrong direction. It's leaning towards the back of the tooth when it's supposed to be going straight up. So that's when, whenever we talk about orthodontics, is that we look at, orthodontists look at everything, and especially teeth that are not coming into the right spot. So what the next step is that we started, but because that tooth that was leaning, it had not erupted yet. So until it erupted, the orthodontist decides to put him into an expander, and the expander helps with the development and expands the upper arch. So that way other teeth that are coming in have room to come in, because he was kind of a constricted arch. And so we started with the expander, And then a few months later, that tooth that was leaning had finally erupted, and so we were able to put brackets on that tooth. So he had brackets on both his upper and lower arch, and so that tooth was able to come into place with using braces. And so that was phase one. So if you ever hear of phase one, more than likely there's going to be a phase two. So he did go through phase two a few years later, and I'll show you the pictures of how it looked prior to putting the braces on. At that point, we had already gone through the expander. We already went through a variety of braces and wires, and then towards the end of phase one, they put a wire on the back side of his teeth to help keep the teeth in place, because he still had baby teeth that still hadn't come out yet. So phase two, you'll look at the pictures, you'll see the beginning, and then you'll see the end. At this point with phase two, it is to help control not control, but to put the bite into a more perfect bite, because he had a cross bite. And so with with the braces, with bands, and Dr. Chuck, he took over James's case during the middle of phase one, so he is familiar with them, and then they had a good rapport and good relationship during phase two. And so here's the results of phase two, and so you'll see how he's grown and how his teeth have developed and how they have shifted into a more perfect bite. And I'm so proud of him, because he started braces when he was around 8. And I had a lot of questions from family members that said, why is he so young? He doesn't need to be in braces. And then, trying to explain to them, no, there's something wrong. We need to pull this tooth into place. We can't just let it happen over time. So that's the reason why James went through a number of years of braces. And so I'm proud of him. He had a lot of hardware in his mouth for a number of years, but he's grown into this very handsome man, and now he doesn't need to hide his smile. So my youngest one, who is 5 years younger, and he's 10 right now, he's going through braces. So in different months down the line, we're going to be following his progress as far as he goes, and we'll talk about why he's needing braces at this young age as well too. So I just want to thank you for your time, and if you like this video, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more videos, if you want to get notifications about the next video, please go ahead and subscribe, and we'll be looking forward to the next video soon. Hopefully we'll be getting the interview that I had with Dr. Charles Alexander, and we'll get that up and give a little bit more specifics from him about white orthodontics. Thank you. Hey guys, it's Holly RDH. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up to let us know that you liked it. And don't forget to comment in the comment section below. Let us know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe so that way you know what videos are coming up next. See you next video.